Here's YouTube stream. Hi, YouTube. I am pretty sure we're going to finish this game tonight. I think this should be the end of Disco Elysium. Well, spoiler talk in Discord, so you thought that's spoilers? I didn't read it, so it's okay. Hi, Leonard. Hi, Matthew. How's it going? How's it going? Hi, Shiny. At the tribunal you're finishing today? Yeah, we're pretty much there. I am mostly, in terms of this game, I am mostly happy with it. I'm just kind of sad that my build was unable to save Titus, because he was kind of cool, but... alas. Time to get justice. This game has been better than I expected, I will say. Which one are we? We're the cops. Let me hit continue. Let's get to it. Hey, this doesn't look right. What's up with that? I think this is right. I must have, I think maybe I opened the game to look at something. Yeah, this is right? This is right. I think I opened the game after the stream to look at something and it auto-saved when I closed it. I have skill points to level up with. Nice. Let's look around. I got a lot of things to look at. Big gleaming white enamel. Yo, that's right. Kim cleaned her apartment. Incredible. Can we... Here's the big question. Can I stop doing the expression? Fuck!
Completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the mirror, even now adorned with the expression.
Fine. Electrochemistry? I would never put points in that skill.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You may have notes on this and other recent cases.
Can we put points in gay?
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
Yeah, what's That's right. I've decided that I don't want to be crazy anymore. I forgot. I don't want to be Apocalypse or depressed or superstar.
Back there on the plaza, I think you very nearly had a heart attack. Alcoholism has damaged you more than bullets have. We should go.
No, I don't want to be the Apocalypse cop, Dagon. This game is so ridiculous to me because it gives you the options to be absolutely insane. And I went absolutely insane at the start, and then I was like, oh man, but Kim's mad. Kim doesn't like it when I go insane. And now I'm not insane anymore. Also, do you notice Kim's alarm is set for 6:50, 10 minutes before we wake up? What a guy. I should figure out what I'm putting my points into. Hold on. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay. Fucking bitch. We should have some. First and foremost, we gotta investigate where this lady ran off to.
The medicine cabinet is empty. Not even a toothbrush. Pity.
She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
Yeah. The thread made out of nylon, it leads out of the room and onto the roof. This wasn't here before, right? I don't believe this was here last time. Yeah, what's up with this? It's tied to the antenna. Hmm. And what about the window?
You see the same two neon-lit
Okay,
shapes.
yeah.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Okay.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime, the island in the bay.
Oh, so it wasn't the roof. Okay. Yeah, it did come from... It came from the one place we weren't allowed to go check.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the threat seems to point.
Dude, what a shot. You're telling me they're over here and they hit him in this building? That's no fucking way. We're dealing with the curved bullet. The ruins on that islet, a sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
Yeah, and how did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
Bottom image you see A prime, B prime, and other B's like in the... Yeah, so... quick, Alice, do you know anything about this game? Would you like me to give you a quick recap of what's going on? I can give you a rundown very swiftly. If you would like to be caught up. Okay, so basically, and you one more time, you don't want to, you're good with spoilers, I'll just give you the here's where we are right now. It's a very story game. Okay, so basically what this game is about is we are the cops and a guy is found hung in the back of this little like inn sort of. It's like an inn, it's like a a hotel, whatever you want to call it, motel probably is best. Whatever, doesn't matter. And he's hung, and we're here to figure out who killed him, right? Who murdered him? It's the hanging was a fake out. He was actually shot, and there's a whole bunch of characters and all of that, yada yada yada. What's happening in this scene is we're trying to determine where the bullet came from. The bottom is the most likely outcome, A, which is they were standing on the roof, shot through the window and killed him. And then these are places throughout the actual map that he could have been, the B's. Yeah, we're in like a post-apocalypse hellscape, basically. It sucks here. Post-war, yeah. It is hanged. He's hung. What? I know what I said. Okay, die early on. Yeah, he dies before the game starts. Like his death is the whole game. And like it's a whole up and down of who did it, but he's like a mercenary for people who just like, he's a bad dude, but not as bad as he's made out to be. And then his mercenary buddies pulled up in the last episode and just started killing people, and then we fought back and got, I think, 2 of them killed. We're solving it now? Yeah. And I thought it was like kind of straightforward and boring, but it actually has some interesting twists involved. And there's like a bunch of side content. Yeah, also I'm wearing all of his armor except for his pants. That's also important to note.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
I don't think we trust her. She ran away.
I don't know. At this point...
There were no pants? Oh, because he was fucking getting freaky. Of course he didn't have any pants.
So it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to go to the island.
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there? He sees danger. Another trap, perhaps. He must be cautious for a reason. This man has decades of experience.
You know what? In hindsight, by the way, the big thing that I learned is that I've spent most of this game thinking that Half-Light is stupid and wrong, but Half-Light's actually super smart and almost always correct. I just didn't realize it.
Not a lot, no. No, I just don't want to walk into another embarrassment. I am a creature of pride, you see. I'm afraid of becoming a joke.
Yeah, I was thinking back over the tribunal after the fact, and everything Half-Light says in that scenario is like correct and good meta knowledge. I just didn't know. Kim, let's go to the fucking island.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Yeah, Lillian.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
As always, character just spits insane conclusions from being correct. Well, okay. Half-Light is like 95% correct. Half-Light has had a few situations where I think it was not right, like when I ate the human meat. Yeah, do you guys think the phasmid's trapped on the island before we go over there? Was it good? No, it's really gross.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
You know, I almost feel bad that I turned Gart into an incel.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. Defended may be putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway, I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that. Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
Oh my god, he really is part of the doomed commercial district. Yeah, what about the sunglasses guy?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad. No
Bye, Gar.
problem.
Oh, hey, this guy. He's still here?
Hi again, gendarme.
Oh, there's no anything to
Bye-bye,
say.
gendarme.
The poor Hardy Boys, man.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man clenches his fists.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon. Elaine, look. It's the cowardly cop.
What the heck? I was in there.
Huh? What?
What do you mean, cowardly cop? I was fighting.
He's very, very drunk.
Our condolences for your losses.
Does he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss,
I literally
sweat,
took 2
and
bullets for these
ooze.
guys, and they called me cowardly.
While still alive, he has abandoned his own body to decomposition.
Yeah, sorry.
No shit, Marlon.
Yeah, what do we do now that Titus is dead?
Titus is fucking dead.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys? Look around you, man. This shit is done. There are no more Hardy Boys. No, man. I don't know. I guess the Union will still be policing the neighborhood, but who's gonna do it now?
I don't know, man. I honestly might do a replay of this game just to get an ending where Titus doesn't die. I miss my man. Anyway, you should do it, Eugene.
Me? No, man. I'm not a leader. You know, Titus only recruited me because I play the guitar. Said the team could use the morale boost.
But I think the Eugenie boys could do it.
What? Fuck no. If I'd stay, we'd keep the name to honor Titus.
Yeah, Eugene Hardy, sure.
Man, you have no idea how this works, do you? But yes, if I don't stick around, then it's all over. So I guess I sort of have to now.
He's not a drinker. Another good thing about him.
Yeah, man. You know, you got this. You got this.
I haven't got shit, Al.
This is not completely ludicrous. Him and Titus were the only detectives of the bunch. Titus more, but Eugene at least knew how to think along.
I believe in Eugene. Anyway, what happened to Clash? Anyone know?
Damn songbird of misery, that one.
And do you have any information on this songbird of misery?
God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if there was anything. Oh yeah, he said she seemed to be in a real hurry.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck,
you
guys.
too. It's a rough world out there. It's not easy being a cop. We were too hard on you. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees owes you one.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend, okay?
I will. You take care of yours.
Where's the rat guy? I know he lived. I need to put points on my skills before we go on. Hold on. Do I want to change these? I think I'm good to just live with these thoughts and move on. I'm gonna go in on... I want to go in on Shivers. And maybe we go 10 drama. What do you think? I think it could be fun to lie. Give me double Shivers. Hey Cranberry, how's it going? Can you vote for one? We already got in on Half-Light. At one point you might want it for a check in the end. If it comes down to it, Codecimal, at this point I'm just gonna save Scum. It's all about the money, you know. That's true, buddy. That's true. Un jour je serai de retour près de toi. What the fuck? French?
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil.
Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
The last disco stream? Yeah, I'm for sure finishing this game tonight is what I'm being told. Arcane, how's it going? I smell heavy fuel
And
oil.
blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
I don't think I want to set this on fire. I'm good. Hey Jake, how's it going?
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Believe me, I know all about that kind of pain. I've had hip trouble for the past week. Maybe it's time to slow down, enjoy life a bit. Anything I can do to assist you?
Is the lockup done? Hold on. Oh, the traffic jam? No, it's not done. It was up, buddy. Did you see that shit?
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
Yeah, I've been alive. I've been better, Tommy.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
Yeah, loose threads, loose threads.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
Dude, Tommy, what a fucking G. That guy's a real one.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can I... Did you find anything about the owner of these armored boots
Yes.
yet?
It took some convincing.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Did I not already do this?
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Tortenaer. That's ELLIS-KORTENAIR. Exact date of birth unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February.
Oh, and that's why they called him Lely, right?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
It was the same and then didn't redo it, but the option was grayed out.
This is what the ICD knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminole conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol. It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
None, officer. Sorry.
Even that is a small miracle.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
This is very good.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Big info, anyway.
Something is wrong. Only no reply. Only the mindless drone of static crawling through the air.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming outward communications to protect themselves from Crenel. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely. No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope. I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now. You can try calling again. Just don't mention the tribune.
They're shutting you up, silencing you. Don't fucking drop your guard.
True.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
Alright. Anyway. Yeah, they're shutting me up, by the way. Can I just, like, shoot this guy? Oh, he's gone. Alright. Too bad. Think this bitch is done reading her book yet? Oh, she is. Yeah, we didn't get to pin the crimes on him. Damn. Do you think I go talk to? I kind of want to go around and talk to like Everard. See what he has to say. You know, we may as well. I could talk to Kim. Anything to say to Kim?
Yes?
No. Okay. Oh, hey, Manana's still here.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Yeah, I got shot.
Yet you live. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace. You have a true boyadero heart. Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being.
What next,
Time will
Manana?
tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
What about you?
I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live. You know it, friend.
Is Measurehead still up here? Dude, where is he? No way he's out. What do you mean he's not here? I thought he was a superior or whatever. Yeah, where was Measurehead? I thought he was the superior race and then he's just gone? Fucked up. You think this lady's still working the counter in here? Hey, you know, you gotta work your fucking 9 to 5. Gotta do what you gotta do, eh?
Is this about the questions again?
Oh, she's
'Cause I don't
unfazed.
really know anything.
Dude. There was a shootout outside. She doesn't give a fuck. Based. Gotta make your money. Who cares? Wonder where Kuno is. What about the dice lady? You think she's got anything to say? Yeah, fuck does Kuno care, exactly. I probably need my flashlight. I don't think I need my gun out anyway. Oh, here she is, grinding away. Anything to say?
Oh, it's you again.
Nope. Unfazed by the shootout. Was there anything else to do this with?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft...
I gotta tell you, there probably is more to do with that, but I am not gonna do it. Has a whole character arc? Yeah, it's a shame that I fucking whiffed. Those people around? I don't know. They're on my list of people to go check in on. I'm sure they're still over there dancing. Oh, dude. She's fucking working the bookstore corner.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
I think last time I did that, I died. Do you think this is the day? What do you think, Kim? Is today the day? Today's definitely the day, right, Kim?
Just an ordinary...
Oh, it's not the day. There's a lot of red paint. This lady's still alive?
Give me a moment.
Yeah, we will not be getting heat recycling today. You think Kuno's home? The air stinks with something sour.
The aging alcoholic is still there, breathing. The air in the room is stale.
What do you know about the shootout? Yeah, I mean, I think some of the core characters care, but I think a lot of them just didn't know it even happened. Oh yeah, that's the lady who I told her husband's dead. I wanted to go see if I can talk to Cindy the Skull about her cool art, but I don't remember how to get up there. Maybe this way? Probably this way. Alright, that's here. Wait, hold on. I saw a thingy. Hold. What's up with this? Oh, someone has torn down the wall. Oh. 20 cents. Nice.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
I mean, there was 20 cents.
Indeed.
I don't really know what happened here. I agree. But, hey, whatever. Alright, let's go see if Cindy's home. There's a trail of paint leading up to her room. No, she isn't here. There's some money, though. Oh, $4! Holy, we're rich. Dude, I am so money in this game. It's actually ridiculous. $65? You get a salary? I don't think so. Maybe. I think as far as it matters in the game, though, No. I kind of want to look at this thing and see if there's anything interesting out
This
there.
coin operated. Your money disappears into the curtains on the display open. You leave. The lenses shift. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Yeah, could the shadow come
Can you
from there?
tell? From this distance? I don't think it's possible.
You don't think it's possible, Kim? Really?
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way. And
That's not
waves
possible,
cut
guys.
into the
Case
descent.
closed. It's over for sure. That's our last lead. Alright. I think it's time to first, before we get too crazy with it here and go off to the island. Pardon me, excuse me. I'd like to walk down these steps. Before we get too crazy with it and head off to the island, I gotta look. Mr. Purple Dot, too bad. I got important things to do right now. Where is it? Here it is. It's time. After this shootout, I know we're about to hit.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid.
I believe. Also, I need to fast travel back because I need to go see where Kuno is. I forgot about Kuno. Oh, hold. Oh, hold. I want to believe. Alright, I actually want to go fast travel back before I forget. Because, like, I forgot to go up here. Is he up here? Of course he's up here. My man. Hi, Kuno.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
Who's saying that, Kuno?
People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool now. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
Feels good for some reason.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eyes on you.
Kuno's cold like
Who
that.
knows?
What's up, Kuno S?
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Alright, goodbye, Kuno S. I want to check. It was a good question. Can we get in the secret way? It doesn't look like it. Did it collapse? It looks like it collapsed. Hold. Oh, no, it's fine. You think Everett's gonna kick my ass for this shit or what? Is this not the way? Did you jump down the first time? I don't know. The game told me you're not supposed to go this way anyway, so I don't really care. I'm just gonna trust the game. It says you can't go this way, I trust. I can't go that way. Alright, let's go find the phasmid now. Let's get back to the actual part of this game that matters. Before I talk to these people, let's go make our rounds. Little children. Anything to say?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks
Children are stupid. Life is normal. Alright, let's go, team. The phasmid is real. You can't tell me it's not. I've come this far. So where the fuck am I? Why does the water look like that? Where's the buoy? Where's the trap? Is it not up here? It's because we had Taco Bell last night? Oh, fuck.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere.
It's honestly kind of fucked up that the locusts just have to sit there and die slow. You know, I give up. I think the phasmid is real. I believe. I don't care about the murder. I gotta solve out the phasmid. I know it's out there somewhere. Maybe I should call my wife. I don't think she's gonna pick up. Here it is. This is the one.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds.
Guys, is the phasmid not real? There's still one more trap. I don't remember where it is, though, actually. Remember this cryptozoologist has camp set up? Yeah, that was the last one we did. I don't think it's over here. We can pop into the church while we try to remember where the last trap is. Dude, he's still getting down.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
Yeah, -1 got shot in the hip.
Goodbye, officer.
I don't think these guys have anything to say. That was unfair. I don't have a point. Also, I got shot in the hip. Dude, where's the last trap? Oh, I can call my wife. Think she'll pick up?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, coarse...
Oh, no, she doesn't even... I can't even call her. Damn. Alright, I don't know where the last trap is. I gotta find it, though. It's just been too long. That was all... There's 4. I'm pretty sure I only looked at 3. This one... Land's End. The one in front of the bridge to get over to this little area. Where's the 4th one? Oh, maybe that was all of them. Is there one over here? Where are we going? Oh, here it is. Here it is.
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere.
What the fuck? Maybe my perception is just too low to see it. No, I think the problem is that it's invisible, right? And my guy's not very perceptive. Maybe I just can't see the phasmid. Did you think about that? I gotta put a point into Half-Light. I gotta get my boy up to level 12. It's only right. Azula, how's it going? No 87 traps yet? I found 4.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
I got shot in the foot? No, I got shot in the hip. Close enough. You would have liked it, Lillian.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
Yeah, you should see the other guys.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Scoff in a masculine manner. Yeah, I mean, I was a killer before this, you know.
I've always taken you for one, that's for sure. Not a lot of RCM men who aren't killers.
True. Anyway.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to the island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
There was something?
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war.
Oh, the phasmid! You're right, Dagon. We gotta check out there.
An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
2 days of sunshine? I just got a bacterial infection? What does this mean?
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
Yeah, you tell him. Yeah, who has been?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
But like small children?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along and some
Aren't they like
rickety
7?
barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They have a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Alright, can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Yeah, what if I want a rock?
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Anything else I
Well,
should know?
most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Thank you.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Think of a gentleman, that's Kim. You mean that's Harry, right? Hello, children. Kids are stupid, by the way.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Have you been to the island? Yeah.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Bells?
I don't know what those are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're
true.
lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
There's someone living on the island?
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Yeah, why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Mm-hmm. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
A suspicious request made out of fear.
Uh-huh. Okay, you mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Interesting. Hey, Avery, how's it going?
Our father killed himself.
Okay, that's not what I asked you, child. I said your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? This is not the correct response. Kids are stupid.
Don't say that. He didn't.
He killed himself. Yeah, he didn't kill himself.
I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Alright, is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
God, children are stupid.
Maybe you're stupid. Don't say that. He's a police officer.
Alright, bye kids. Can I talk to the party boys? Do you think they have anything to say? What's up, guys? I'm sober now.
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then.
Alright, these guys have nothing to say. What about you?
Man, you're like bleeding now. Reality's really messed you up.
Alright. Where's the boat? How do I take the boat? Can I take the boat? Do I have to talk to you? Boat me.
Be careful out there. Sea's calm as death, but still. There are ruins underwater.
I'm looking for looking for someone else.
Well, how can I...
Goodbye. Maybe it's out on the dock. Boat discovered.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed. Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Can I save? No. I want to just make like a hard save before I go over there. All
The
right.
skiff, once you get... Have you made... Remember what the net
Kim,
picker said.
you gotta drive this thing, Kim. There's no way Half-Light's a good driver.
What?
What else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Sad FM. is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Let's ride. Dude, I don't think that's safe, Harry. I should have equipped the boombox. The snow isn't everywhere. Look at the top of the screen, there's no snow. You can see it in the sunlight. I think the snow is localized on Harry. And they pulled out a little too far. The world revolves around him, after all. We could have swam.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you. Let's go.
All right, Kim, let's ride. Picture bridge, yeah. That's the chain trails off, yeah. Oh.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This means I sorta got into the depot door.
Technically, no, it doesn't.
What the hell, Kim?
He's right.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
You think it was
For
useful?
bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Shivers has never said anything useful. It's kind of cool though. Guys are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Attention, inflammable. Oil. Red. Warm air from inside the building. It's warmer in there than it out here. Okay. ICM barrel. Recognizes little birch from the coin-operated viewer. Yo, I love this guy. Hello. Was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Oh, I didn't have a correct perspective on this. I understand what I'm looking at now. Books. Dishes with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. A cot.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recent?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
Get over
You know,
it.
officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Why would I ever rest?
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
I'm a fucking machine. I'm a machine. I don't need rest. You get shot twice. +2 empathy, -1 composure. I would never use this.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife, widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Alright, conceptualization, this is your moment.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes, fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor.
Nothing?
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say. The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
Ah, curious. An arrower shirt?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Yeah, where the wires go?
Somewhere?
What kind of
Liquid
generator?
carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator. A hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
Yeah, what does this mean, Kim?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
Come on, Kim.
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Definitely rest there? I would never rest there. My guy's a beast. He doesn't need to rest. Resting's for chumps. Great blast storm was way over 10 tons. That's a lot of tons. Is there anything over here? Ooh, there is.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard. The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
Oi, 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 what's all this then?
The console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out, they terminate here. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. Sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
Start with light.
Nothing happens.
Radio.
The dial slides under the glass. Silently, you make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
Alright, emergency.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
Yeah.
The console looks on as you talk, mute and unpowered. Its dials are covered in dust.
We had, there was some oil out over there, remember that? Hey, where's this go? A firing slit? Okay. Where the hell am I? I don't think this is the way I want to go right now. Oh, thought. Cargo ships, yeah. There's like nothing over here. Thought there'd be something. Wait. In the fortress, you make out the console on the blast doors. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, and you continue. Is the game getting mad at me for running around? I'm never stopping. Fuel. The supply chain is long gone from the coast. The artillery map shows coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. Oh, some more Dramamine.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
A good place to hide. Cozy. Relatively safe from the rain.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags, Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10, the doomed commercial area.
And
the box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the snow, reflecting light.
My God.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window? I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be prone, lying on the mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
Booyah!
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
Yeah, do you think he's still here?
Where?
On the island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
You know what? It's mostly for intimidation. I'm not even sure I have bullets, but we may as well carry the gun in here. I mean, look, you're never gonna get me to put down the super pry bar. This is my favorite item in existence. We have a criminal to apprehend. I also got the fuel. I want to go check out the rest of this place before I fuel up, though.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
The final boss of this game. A really small door.
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
No. Kim, you gotta understand. I'm opening this door.
Alright, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open.
Yeah, what's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
Alright, so now we gotta find a key. Presumably we just power up the generator and go press the open button.
This old cylindrical jet, the lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
I feel like this game has had a lot more sound effects than it had before.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Alright. Now we can go press the buttons. Let's kick it.
A dim golden glow animates the console. Faint, like a ghost light. Urgence ouvert reads one dial key. Allumer reads another.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks.
Oh, we're
A shaft of
so
light appears,
in.
then widens as the light shines in.
It wide. Destroy it? It's French? I would never do that. Dagon Kim's French. And it opened a door for me. Holy shit, this door's taking a long time to open.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl. No, it's more than that. There's something there, waiting.
Hell yeah, shivers.
After you.
What do you think is in there?
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
Kim? Let's go. I can't tell Kim I'm scared, because then he's gonna be scared. Last door was a little beyond even the Kefalzon. I think the Kefalzon could have handled it, personally. Dude, imagine we come out here and this whole game, the killer was just the phasmid, and it's just waiting here for us. That would be the life. Hello?
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes hooded by creased eyelids to meet yours.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position. Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
What the hell, dude? Come on. You close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Yeah, who told you?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Kim, you didn't say that. What do you mean?
I did.
We have entered a world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
He didn't say that. Yeah, it was cool.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
This guy seems like a bastard. What the hell? Anyway, nice gun.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Yeah, Balma Grave.
It's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
The Sinyao commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the board.
I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Don't move.
No. Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. His
got the gun.
gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Yeah, jacketed ammunition,
Jacketed.
4.46.
Military grade ammunition. Stable in flight. Good for hitting something that's very, very far away.
Alright, I mean, I don't need to say this. We already know that.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Alright, so first of all, who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
What is this guy talking about?
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Holy shit, logic just popped off. Yeah. So if your logic is low enough, you can't do 51 minus 8? Ah, fuck. You've been here for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Again, 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That is steadfast.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people are walking. The gas streetlights have already been switched off. Further inland, in Jamrock, the streets come alive with workers. Men, women, children rushing. Muddy avenue after muddy avenue. The temperature is rising. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Always waiting.
Why did Shivers just give me a weather report? What the hell is that? Yeah, for what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
I've seen it. Capital is too powerful. The rich are well organized. Women will always betray you. I mean, it may still happen. Women will always betray you.
Women are more susceptible to bourgeois morals. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
You deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
for
reaction to take hold.
Yeah, reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room. I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
Yeah, what was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Some kind of great terror. Worse than you've ever seen.
Come on, buddy. Seen
The
what?
mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human.
Go on. I don't, he's kind of in the zone. I don't really want to interrupt him. Go ahead.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
What is this place?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
Okay.
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
He's already been... Well, yeah, I know what this is about the landing. Harry, he's already talked about the landing.
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Yeah, the coalition military speaks like that.
Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
Yeah, how have you survived? Has he really just been fishing for 43 years?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
That's a choice. You could have become self-employed, create the system. True, true.
You're insane.
+1.
Grotesque. Everyone steals. Vegetables, supplies. It's the life of a dog.
I don't know, buddy. If you think good enough, you can just make money by arguing with people. Holy fuck, Harry's just a Twitter user.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
You also have Dramamine.
You have Dramamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
Yeah, this is a serious situation.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
And have you
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
You notice the lieutenant's about to say something? I was going to say I also live in hell, but I kind of want to hear what Kim has to say. Yeah, I also live in hell.
At least you know it. The traders of this city turned the lights back on in the 30s, after the fighting stopped. Ruins, glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Yeah, how have you concealed yourself?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins.
No slurs, please.
And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
Yeah, how'd you get between here and
At
the
night,
mainland?
I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Yeah, why don't you?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
This guy seems fucking insufferable to talk to. Holy shit. Have you been in the weapons cache?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
Yeah, they were damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
Small bunker under the Feld building?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
They killed themselves?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
Termless surrender.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit. Which one of these would get me $1? Am I the good guys if I'm an ultra-liberal? I think the ultra-liberal side says we enforce the law.
You're the
I was
RCM.
incorrect.
You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans ce land. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
You alright, buddy?
Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Communards signed the Revacholian Instrument of Surrender.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument.
Oh, Cranberry, you're in this
Traitors
game?
who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist
Cranberry
Party.
reference? Liberal reactionaries spotted?
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
If the party had surrendered, then it would not be the party.
Understood.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing, and sporting goods. It's not real.
I want to run back through this again.
Take me to
Rene, the royalist on the coast.
What? You're with the You're the Take me to
Rene, the royal.
What?
None of these give me
You're
$1.
with the RCM. Let's
Damn.
take me to them as a
Rene, the
Alright,
what?
fine. No ultra liberal. Alright, you're a communist soldier?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
You said you were trained?
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
He's actually a trained communist.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
And you're a trained
He
communist.
nods slowly. Then another tremor.
Yeah, I'm a revolutionary too, you know. The real revolutionizing is done by the entrepreneurs.
You're part of the meat shield. The human meat
Plus
shield
one.
that surrounds the fascists and the license holders. You take the fire while they rape and kill. That's what you are.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
Yeah, Kim, but I got $1 for that.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism, or even cancer.
Alright, I have a different
There's
question.
nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Yeah, so what have you been using this gun
I've
for?
used it for killing people.
Okay.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So is continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor, Crenell? Yeah, wait, so which one do I say, Rhetoric?
Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you, and in them a chill, like electricity running up your spine, crawling into your skull.
What?
All is not as it seems.
Detective.
Yeah, did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor? All is not as it seems.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Do it, sire. A beautiful, strong man sent here by the Honorable Private Military Company Crenell. Who the fuck would ever say this? Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to hit him with a you-know-who I mean. I'll give him the flair. I kind of want to go with the corpse in the ceramic armor.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
This dude just hawked to it. Holy shit. Also, I have no idea what he just said.
Tear into him. Pile it on him. Everything you got on him. The more, the better. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
Done the ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Yeah, how did you make the shot without a scope?
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
Shivers told me all is not as it seems. I think perhaps this is not it.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
I don't know, drama. Yeah, you said fascies?
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
He didn't say yes, though.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Yeah, stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Do you think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I don't know. It's still a little sus.
Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
Yeah, what am I forgetting?
Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Classia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Reaction speed? Who is this? Ow.
Yes, ouch. So good, it hurts. Those were not modern prints. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
And what brand of boots are you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa? Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Dross.
Fucking imbecile.
Secondly, spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoe on his
The
feet.
maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped logo, but can't make out the size. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Wait, maybe it's simpler than that? The red check drama pop-off?
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Bill changed shoes, it doesn't mean you weren't there near the room the victim died in sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Yeah, he was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law. I mean, I'm not really sad that this guy died. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I feel like at this point I gotta stick to my guns here. I'm a liberal pawn, or an ultra-liberal pawn, making money for the system, so, you know.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him?
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
You probably could have phrased that better.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
There, a hot flash of rage almost carries the smile away. Some dark peace.
Then?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it, anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
What? Hang on a minute.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Yeah, why were you looking at them?
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
You just fire?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
This dude's a fucking... He's a prude? They were having sex and he didn't like it, so he shot?
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder, please?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
Yeah, what? Why not?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
Yeah, how long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
And beautiful.
That, too.
Mm-hmm.
How could you see what she looked like? You said it was dark.
The sun came up. Her hair was like cobwebs. She smoked more fags and snorted a line of whatever shit she was on, right there. She needed it just to move.
Yeah, and what did she hide?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers.
The shit in the
from
booty.
there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
Yeah.
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
Interesting. So who took the tickets?
This implies that he's thought about extorting her.
Yeah, are you sure?
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers. I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating.
My favorite Wiz Khalifa song.
I could see who she was, too.
I think that's him.
A spook. On the run. Revershal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook? From the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
Yeah, you could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle. Oh, Swampus, this is your favorite character? Really?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
How does he know these minute details about her body? Ooh. Ooh.
He must
Oh.
climb to the roof, maybe.
Tragic, man. Could have changed shoes? How could I have changed shoes? I was in the middle of the dialogue. I don't think I can change shoes here. No, it's grayed out. Yeah, how good are those eyes of yours? You use binoculars? Oh, you're saying, yeah, could have changed. He could have changed shoes. True, true, true. He could have.
I have my ways.
It's too bad we failed that. That would have been a good one to pass.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags. Those were your footprints.
Thanks, Kim.
You just change your shoes.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
Thank God, the lieutenant is picking it up.
But that nook too?
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Yeah, did you have a little bit of an obsession here?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough. Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know. Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
One more thing.
Woman.
It wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Where is she? I haven't seen her there for days.
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Alright, drama. Fuck you. What the fuck? Drama's such a bitch, man. You're such a piece of shit. She got away.
Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, this last week, kept staring at the island. At night, crying or smoking on the roof. Like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol. Cold rain falls on 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome. A cocoon suspended in the grey sky by a web of suspension wiring encircled by hybrid aircraft. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
You been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Detest pushes the cobwebs out of his eyes, pushes the melancholy aside. He relishes it.
Go on.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries.
Sure, you know, I agree.
Pump full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Yeah, Emperor?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer on the town square.
I'm gonna let him
Just
cook.
not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals. Like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
Hey, wait, alright, I gotta draw the line, Buster. You're talking shit about the dance music. He's talking shit about Egghead.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest.
Is he a good physical instrument? Okay. I mean, I guess let's just get through it. Disco horse? He's so mad about disco, dude.
Horse.
Holy shit.
Horse. 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 Horse.
Horse. And the racist on the gate. Oh, he's talking about Measurehead.
Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids.
Yeah, what's your opinion of Measurehead?
What is my opinion? You think the rich man has an opinion on this idiocy? Is the rich man on the radio telling you his opinion? No. The rich man's looking at real estate and fiddling his kids, wading through the corpses.
Ha, yes, but he was there. Why was he there if you can't have an opinion?
Yeah, why was he there? You're right, I too am a level-headed moral person unaffected by Measurehead. Did you notice that he's not point toward the general area of your face?
Scratching away at the race question. You moral intern monkeys keep the conversation going on Channel 4, helping the rich man conduct his swindle with this inanity. You think the rich man cares about your little race games? He rules the whole world, and he laughs at your moral soliloquies.
You mentioned the Union is social democratic and Mr.
Another hideous
Claire.
disappointment. Yeah. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
Yeah,
that deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Eugene?
That mobster toad couldn't run a shithouse. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that one's been to one of those East Revachol universities. He talks a big game about uprising and alienation and so on.
I didn't even know Everard had a twin.
First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
Did you approach them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
Yeah, when was that?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
Yeah.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Mazov. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Mazov. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And you let
Let
me be here.
me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Yeah, did you do this for the Clares?
You know why I killed that fucker Duat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that.
Yeah, it's weird that I had
swine
to say that because I already got the motive out of him.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something. There is more here. You can feel it. He was not outright lying, but almost.
Hold. 72% logic.
The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
20 years ago when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the Union yet, did they?
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark bend.
Yeah, who did?
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
She was also a woman, wasn't she?
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muscova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work.
And she just disappeared.
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
Edgar had someone make that call. Why?
She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is. The bend in the river. The truth.
Because she was dead.
Okay.
Because the cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal, grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. It was a sloppy job on a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins are black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Coron or Betancourt, someplace like that. where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her, and the ruins.
Be abstract here. A bit of drama.
Thanks, drama. You shot her.
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is...
Another big spike of rage. Different from the one he has for her.
nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything.
Threaten with pain. All human beings respect pain. It's the truth.
Okay, true. Yeah, we have ways to make you talk.
I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, and Radio Revachol late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
Okay, I mean, go on.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
This dude has so much dialogue. He has been yapping for like 45 minutes, I swear.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one. Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
A treat. Better served for later.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, René. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
Yeah, he died of old age, buddy.
No. I waited too long. I waited too long, and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
Holy shit, Kim.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
Yeah, you had 1,000 chances
And
to kill
I
him.
blew them all. What does it matter now? He's gone. Ancient dust. All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Now, God damn this world. Fuck you.
Yeah, you alright, Mr. Dross?
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
Glad we talked about what?
Alright, I mean, we may as well take it. 3%er.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit. He's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort, prone to erratic hand gestures, and malnourished. But that's it. The moment passes, and you say,
I mean, I guess we're taking him to jail for the murder of Elias Cortiner or whatever. Is there anything else to do right now?
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's not afraid of jail. He's afraid of something else. Like parting from a loved one.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Wait.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reeds.
Maybe we could all fit in there.
Think we could all fit in the little boat, Kim?
Actually, no. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Yeah, who watches him there while I come back for you?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Yeah, let's ask Lillian to watch him, huh?
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
Yeah, you come back for me once you've taken him to the precinct.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
Nah, come on, Kim, I'm a fucking beast.
This world. What are you talking about? Is this...
Who's this guy? Who are you talking to? I'm busy. We're talking about arresting you. Shut up,
The
loser.
wind is cold from the east. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Oh. Is that the phasmid?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Holy shit, dude. The phasmid killed the guy? No way. Blink.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
How the fuck did they think this was gonna fit in one of those tiny traps? There's no way this thing was gonna fit in a trap. Kim, what is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
My god, I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim?
I can see it.
He can see it! No way! He can see it!
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
What the fuck just happened?
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruder.
Endurance, what are you talking about? What is this?
Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory system. Fascism, Bruder.
No, fascism? I'm in the middle of something, Endurance. I'm doing something right now. Hold on, I gotta let this cat out of here. One sec. So you guys want to talk about fascism real quick?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachel's problems?
Liberals.
Yes, them, but also women.
What? Women? Wait a minute.
Women, men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
What is this? I was about to go check out the phasmid. What just happened?
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth.
And why am I getting
Because
this?
you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
Yeah, what if we called it traditionalism instead of fascism?
Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that.
Okay, Stomach, I've made up my mind about
You're
fascism.
going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
I'm not going to be played by an obsessed stomach.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Alright, anyway. Kim, I mean, like, something is wrong here.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
This is the Insulindian phasmid.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
Yeah, it's afraid, Kim. We can't do this.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Yeah, who cares what they think, Kim? This guy's gonna get away while we're fucking with the fucking stick bug.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
You exist.
A sudden chirrup fills the air. The walking stick moves its whole body, limbs working independently of each other, like the parts of a masterfully constructed machine.
I've put up with this piece of shit for like 40 hours, electrochemistry. This is your moment.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Kim, what do you think it means that it's foaming?
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel.
Dude,
as
plus
the insect
2.
moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little
Did
bubbles
not
begin
give
to
up on
burst,
phasmid.
one by one. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. No, stop. Be afraid.
Half-Life says to stop. I believe Half-Life.
The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
Alright, Inland Empire.
I exist.
Oh, it speaks! I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Yeah, it's like fire burning.
Fire? Where?
Inside.
I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a one palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never burn.
What the fuck is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting, but for a curious smell.
I would like to be you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
Sick.
No, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
Okay, not sick.
Yes. Thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
I'm a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
I was born to detect you, buddy.
Yes. No one detected me for such a long time. For thousands of years. I dithered, out of sight. Trapped myself in greenery.
Yeah, this is my masterpiece.
No one believed I exist. Almost no one. Until you came, detective. Dripping of blood that smells like strawberries. Across the calm sea. The first in 1,000 years.
What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
And where does this all come from?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Yeah, then all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Dude, it doesn't even eat locusts. All those locusts died for nothing. Yeah, what are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
But when unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the Suzerain, also by the soldiers of the revolution and officials of the occupation, even the Seminese islanders who came here first but did not stay have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
Poisonous?
Yes. I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
You're telling me the goofy little joke, the Insulindian phasmid joke, is the reason that the guy who did the killing in this game is insane? That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
I don't have that kind of
You
power.
are a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Worse how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplays us all one day, or just forget?
Have I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
This is the gloaming I've been waiting for ever since I woke up in the hotel. I've already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, reality check, please.
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Surprisingly, Kim, yes.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Just say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I have met, you are the kindest. True.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For freedom.
I will overcome I will defeat my ex-wife. I will try.
She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay, Kim. Take the picture. Which woman? I gotta assume the phasmid is talking about our ex-wife who ruined our life and made us drink ourselves into a stupor. Alright, Kim. Take the shot.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I gotta tell you, even with this picture, I still don't believe it.
The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
I got it.
I mean, I gotta slowly reach out and touch its whisker.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than the other one.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. It's about to move. You can sense it.
Run your hand up the slender limb higher.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, It's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
That is unbelievable. Like, actually, it happened. We have the picture. Kim confirmed it. I don't believe it. That is how insane that is to me. That's incredible. I thought for sure, the phasmid was just a joke. Like a little goofy little side quest happening in the game. Like a, ooh, haha, we got you with this one. Maybe there would be like a reference to it in the end credits was the most I thought. It's here and real. And plot relevant. And I'm a fascist now. It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What happens in that scene if you have Kuno? What the fuck happens here if Kuno's standing there instead of Kim? What is that?
Like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Okay, first of all, the helmet and the rifle scope.
Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have use for this in the future.
Future use for a future armor. Agreed. Gear up, heavy porcelain man. It's a violent world.
I mean, we may as well put it on. I do think the hat is a little iconic. Like, sure. But, like, you know. What's this give me? +1 half-light? All the armor look like together. Sweet bow tie. Now, I gotta stick it out with the conical hat. This is just too real. Evidence clashes passport? What the fuck's her passport doing here? How did it get there? The stick bug had it? Alright, buddy, are you dying now?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Sir, how did you not see it?
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Wave your hand in front of his eyes.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
Dude, this game is just like a fucking really long episode of the X-Files.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
In the phasmid?
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
He couldn't see it, Kim.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dras.
Well, it's either Mandy or Event Horizon or both. Sounds good, Dagon. I will see you there for movie night.
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid... Not yet, no, it's not that. It's definitely... The phasmid told me it's toxic.
Told you? Yes, good. during your long staring match. I understand.
And yeah, who knows how much of it is in its company.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
We found some things in the phasmid's nest.
He stares into the reeds. Your words
Also,
don't stir anything in him.
Drama, I
Perhaps
think
you
one
should.
person out there would have believed us.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Or in his
No
passport.
reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80.
Let's have a closer look at that after. I think I'll be more useful than him.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh.
All right,
the
buddy.
plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Well, first of all, they said we gotta look at the passport.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
Phasmid took it, and I sensed it do so. I saw something open up the buoy with long. I don't think I sensed that. Yeah, perhaps for blackmailing.
But that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest.
Yeah, maybe the phasmid
Like
took
a
it.
magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
I still don't believe that it's real.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name, where Clausia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name. She lied
Yes,
to us.
somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
And what's her
I
real?
don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alazie, or Clausia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
The winds are silent. The streets are empty of her. She is no longer in the city of Revachol.
Okay. I mean, I still feel fine about letting her go. I don't know. She dipped, but like, it's not. She didn't do it, so why should I arrest her, right? Kept exhaling thoughts like the oxygen extinction wiped out anaerobics. Maybe the phasmid was collecting objects that had collected thoughts. I think everyone thinks about objects, so like everything has a thought. This ending sequence here on this island, you could have never gotten me to guess how this was gonna play out. 100% gets executed by the moral intern if you arrest her.
I
Seems
see
right.
him. This feels familiar somehow.
Bro, I already walked past this. Leave me alone. Alright, Kim, take me back.
The skiff is swaying on.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
What do we do now? Oh shit, she's gone.
Look what the tide brought him.
What's going on here?
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Wait a minute. The armor, no one else seems bothered by it.
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
Now that you start thinking about it, maybe they were afraid of you.
Oh.
Yes, that has always explained it.
This is not the first time he's seen you all decked out in Waka.
Vic, calm down.
Yeah, where are you
Hello,
people?
I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Who?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Don't call Kim a naughty boy, please.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Alright, Kim, you can take... Yeah,
It's good
sure.
to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
You're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're some kind of murder machine.
I don't want to tell these guys about the phasmid.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
After all the Sylvie stuff, he betrays me.
Shit, kid. He didn't betray you. He just told us the direction you went in. Who's Sylvie?
I can't tell them about the cock carousel. I can't say that to them. We gotta make them think we're not insane.
It better not be.
Yeah, you're not the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Actually, I did suspect that something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
So Trent Hiddleston turns out to be special consult. I still don't know who this guy is. Is this the guy that was staring up at the mural?
Yes, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Trent Heilerstein.
Ah, okay. What was up with the kid then?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
His son? What a joke. Everyone is lying to you.
Yeah, where's your son now?
I sent him home. Mikhail's with his mother. We share custody.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I told you. He's one drink away from killing someone.
I wouldn't quite say that. But yes, he is displaying aggression not atypical of
Yeah, what are you,
late-stage
special
alcoholism.
consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman?
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
I am truly sorry that I had to call you the horse-faced woman, though.
Okay, you're my commanding officer. I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
Harry's the rudest man on earth? I guess he is just like a fucking raging alcoholic. You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Yeah, who else? Go on.
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Hiddleston, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Trant fucking Hiddleston.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
I wonder if this guy's here because he respects us or because it would like be career suicide for him to leave.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore.
And so what does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
Yeah, where have you been all this time?
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Yeah, this is Harry in my playthrough of this game. I feel like we've reached the end of the road. I want this Harry to be someone that Kim is proud of. I'm not like that anymore.
Sure, you're not a superstar law official. Talk on the town is your Guillaume Le Million reincarnate. I know this shit.
Ah, shit,
Nothing
I am a
has
super
changed.
cop though. None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, pound, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Wonder if this line of dialogue changes if you just don't speak to this man.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Socioeconomically, you think I'm so poor I lost my memory. Do you think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vrede for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Yeah, capitalism did it. Or it's not capitalism and I can call him a lefty dink. Let's see. I drank so much I lost my memory. Now I'm slowly recovering it. Made it all up. It was a fantasy, a stupid joke. I know what I am. It has something to do with an anomaly in the church, a 2mm hole in the world. Highly experimental detective. I feel like something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism. I feel like I've pieced together roughly what happened here. Ex-wife, yada yada. I'm going with that.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant. I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
Wait, really?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
Are you French, Jean Vicmer?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Thanks, physical instrument. What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Alright.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something. Then lie.
Okay. Drama says to lie. I love lying.
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit.
The time had come. Tequila sunset. It was stolen by traffic hooligans. I do love lying.
Oh, well, if it wasn't you, then it's okay. You only let someone steal a 45,000 real police vehicle, drive it into the sea, and then just left it there. For the record, you pressured us into getting it. It'll be cool, Jean. We'll have wheels, rapid response. I was fine being an equestrian cop. I hope you're fine driving a bicycle. Don't answer that. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I can lie about my... What I do have is this futuristic armor, though. No, I have my badge. Can you really go through this game and not get your badge back?
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Really? You have a legendary interfacing check to not drop your badge? Alright, well. Oof, brutal. That's embarrassing.
You juggle the badge for a second, unsuccessfully, and it lands on the ground, some 2 meters away.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
I think that this is a really good example of what's kind of badass about this game. We're at the end of the game in like this massive confrontation, and you can just fucking drop your badge. It doesn't I assume isn't gonna have any major story consequences. It's just kind of embarrassing.
And your gun?
It's literally in my
As
hand.
if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
Yeah.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Yeah, I quit drinking forever, by the way.
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Yeah, I just haven't. I mean, I probably have washed myself, I would hope. It's been a bad week.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Yeah, not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave us a vital clue. Looking at the oxygen holocaust times a quadrillion, I have come to know the final fate of man and the universe. Yeah, she gave us a vital clue.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something. Or the fact that you're ever Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
No, fine, Ruby. No, I let her go.
Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yeah, Kim stepping up the bat. He's got my back.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
I mean, it was a massacre. Imagine having Kuno here. Yeah, that probably would not be ideal. Yeah, what he said.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Oh my god.
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Kim, this is Kim's moment.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Like at all, by the way.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. He says disco about 20 times a day.
Look, it's just a little bit of fun, okay?
It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He grinds. He makes the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just... And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time.
What?
But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
I think I have had 0 cigarettes. What do you mean?
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Yeah, it was what it was.
What? We killed it on the karaoke.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
Thank fucking God we took that picture.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
You had a successful karaoke save? Yeah, we did.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being this guy, dude, and you hear it. You come here 100% sure that Harry is like an actual insane person who you're finally gonna nail him to the wall, and you hear this shit from Kim, and the picture.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I also started a nightclub in the church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, I reinvigorated the local nightlife.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
Yeah. Dude, I found a 3-meter tall invertebrate that has stayed hidden for 350 years because it was a little bit related to this case I'm doing. Harry's a fucking beast. I don't want to tell them about the phasmid. Yeah, the killer, you have a strong motive.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Yeah, a matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Hey, don't talk shit to Trant.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
What is his motive? I think it was jealousy, right? But no, it was... I don't think he was starting to... I don't think he wanted to start the war. He was just jealous.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation. Aggravated, possibly, by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason. Said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died. Right on the island. And 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It will win me Dora back. I don't even know her name. Yeah, I did all I could. I feel like I did all I could.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't last. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Skip the gut-wrenching dream sequence? Yeah, I did not sleep because my character's a fucking beast. Who needs sleep? Yeah, the previous head of the Debarders Union was assassinated by him.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
That's a good point, Kim.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything Union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Yeah, sleep is anti-money. I'm a grinder. The dream sequence demolished you? Yeah, I mean, I feel like especially with how I've played through this run, kind of makes sense. Harry doesn't give a shit. There's a dead man on the boardwalk.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
Confiscate drugs from Kuno's dad. Also, the phasmid was female, by the way.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I mean, you know, maybe I could
Must
see
be
it.
robust if it can move a helmet with its limbs.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
I don't. It told me.
Then it wouldn't matter if it's male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense. Yes.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
I mean, it's been good for a while. I don't think we gotta intervene. Anyway.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Yeah. Had mandibles that looked like hair and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
I want to give this to Morel. I gotta
This
say.
would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it,
Yeah, I looked into the mystery of the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising
Thanks, Kim.
the local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Yeah, confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
Okay, buddy. Listen, I didn't snort the drugs. I gave them to the 9-year-old. Please. Anyway.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
I did what? I gave the 9-year-old the speed. He wanted it.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Hang on. Memory, please.
The man looks westward, impatiently.
Yeah, who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Entrepreneur gym teacher?
no, a regular one.
That does explain
Harry,
a lot.
it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
A collection of sportswear.
Your love of retro-style dance music. How you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick.
Forgot about the 360-degree spin kick.
The incredible stamina output.
Does this change based on what your starting stats are? Like, if you don't go into endurance, are you still a gym teacher? I gotta assume it changes. Like, if you go into science or whatever.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
Yeah, when was this? Harry's always a gym teacher? Oh, wow.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then.
He's in Coron.
Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards. Coron is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
And why did I join the RCM?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
And why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Dora?
Yeah. Dora Engelund, I think. No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one.
I mean, I'm stocked up on medical. I can ask questions.
Incredibly bangable.
Yeah, like, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
This guy is very bad at understanding questions.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torsen and McLean.
Iconic?
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
In the Sea Wing units?
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
And Price?
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Did we recently shoot up a church?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
We raided churches? That seems bad.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Yeah, someone tell me why we shot up the
Our
church.
enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Alright.
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there. Hard. Every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershaw. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I need to tell Lena about this.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off.
Yes!
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. It's their discovery.
We would not have had it without them.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news.
Yeah, we have only had bad news in this game.
Watch out, or she'll faint.
Kim?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
I'm gonna miss you, Kim.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Dude, we actually poached Kim? Those fucking morons in Precinct 57?
He's really considering it.
Alright, I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes.
Who's Heidelstein? I recognize this name. Who was it?
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Is this like a list of who they think's gonna side with Revachol in some sort
Wonderful.
of event?
Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Hmm. Hey, where's my scene where we get to tell Morel and Lena about the phasmid? I gotta wait for the post-credits. Surely post-credits scene, right? I'm waiting. Can I skip these? Oh fuck, it doesn't let me skip. That means there's definitely something at the end. I sit back, we wait. I am chilling. This game is an empath and wear the tie. I don't think I would replay this game. I think at this point, what I would do if I wanted to is I would load a save right before the tribunal, and then I would just sit there resetting the tribunal until I get the outcome that saves Titus. Because everything else I did in this game I'm pretty much happy with, and I don't think I would change. The only thing I'm sad about is Titus died. I'd like to replay that and get the tribunal just right. Because we got almost everything right in the tribunal. But also, for my character, saving Titus is like a fucking 3%. Because you have to hit the... Oh yeah, we didn't finish Egghead's sick beat too, but that's just like, you know... There's a lot of content in this game, and I don't think that you're supposed to do it, basically. Like, I could, but I'm not going to go sit there and spam resets on Egghead, because my stats are just not set for it. So it's just gonna be, you sit there, you go, Egghead go, reset, Egghead go, reset. And like, there's only so much of that I can do. I think that this game is very good, but the actual like system of checks is kind of annoying. Losing is also content to explore in this game. Sometimes, but a lot of times I think missing the rolls is just like a lot of the fun stuff, not fun stuff, but like some of the interesting stuff you just get locked out of if you don't have the checks. And you're supposed to go level up the stats, but I think this game is more interesting if you pick like 2 things that you're really good at, like I did in this case, and just focus on those things and level up those things. It's not a big deal. But I think that this game, you have one of 3 options. You either save scum, you flatten your skills so you have a bunch of low skills but you give yourself extra chances to win the reroll, or you just play the game a few times. And I'm pretty sure you're supposed to just play the game a few times, and then you get to build different setups so that you can have better chances at hitting on specific things. Like, if I missed on something that I was built for, which was like, if I miss a good drama roll or something like that, I'm down to save scum that because I'm not going to have a better roll on it. But, I don't know. I think that this game also kind of shines when you're in those like clutch red check moments and one of the skills gets to pop off. Like you hit on that drama roll versus clash and you get to just have the pop off go, or like hitting the electrochemistry roll on the phasmid. So like, I think those are the good parts of this game, and setting yourself up to have as many of those moments as possible is when this game is most fun. What is the dream sequence on the island that I missed? Yeah, but like, you know, sleep is for the weak. After you play visual novel games without a 5-year intro, I don't know if I will play this game again. It had a lot of really cool and interesting twists, but I don't think... holy shit, let me out of here, by the way. I don't think I would enjoy this game a second time through knowing all the twists. Dream sequence is important for Harry character? Why? My version of Harry just doesn't remember. And I think that's fine too. Dude, I'm trapped on this fucking... I didn't think these credits were gonna be so fucking long. I didn't know. Another localization sequence? Please. Let me out. I'm sorry. The most fun is having 2 skills max out. You're saying that missing out on checks is frustrating. I think it's only frustrating when it's like the Titus check where you have authority soft locking your game. Like missing out on content in the game is fine for me. Missing out on content for you guys has been a sequence of me going, streamer, you're missing this really cool thing. Streamer, you're not seeing this cool thing. Like, whatever, dude, I don't care. I think that this game almost lost me because of how I was soft locked on that authority check with Titus. That is the only... When I got through that, I went, wow, they really should have made that a lot easier. Because, like, goddamn, once you pass the authority check with Titus, this game gets so much better, in my opinion. One person would just level up authority to pass it. I play the game differently than you, and then you go, the way that you are not normal. I am normal because I played it this way. You are not normal. I think that if my playstyle leads to me getting soft locked, that is a flaw. My feeling is that this game should have multiple ways to go about that, so that you don't just go, well, either you level up your authority or you perish. Supposed to have like 10 chances at every time you get a new piece of evidence, it resets. I didn't know that. Why would I know that? Because other things in the game don't work like that, I feel. Where you like learn something new and then you can't redo the check. Am I gonna play the Vampire Survivors DLC? Probably not. Dude, these credits are so long. Does happen in other checks though? I'm pretty sure I have had times where I went back to a check after leveling up a skill and it did not give me another chance at it. Did it happen with the authority check once? Maybe I'm wrong. What our next Friday game will be? There's probably not going to be another Friday game. This game was very long. This confused about why it happened. It probably didn't happen too often, man. Am I supposed to Alt F4 out of these fucking credits, or what? Not sure what happens if you keep beefing the skill check with Titus. I mean, eventually you just have to pass it. Oh my god. Special thanks, it's gotta be finished. Additional special thanks! What? Is there a second? Holy shit, there's a lot of people. Unity? The United Kingdom's games industry? God, man. Alright, now give me my scene of talking to the lady and telling her that that shit happened. There's no scene. What a tragedy. This mode contains spoilers. Okay. Anyway, my final verdict on Disco Elysium is that I think it was very fun, and the only thing that I really didn't like about it is the number of people who told me I was playing the game wrong. Because that shit is a little annoying. But it's okay. This game was good. I think that it's like I thought it was going to be like my favorite game of all time. I just thought it was pretty good. I will be off tomorrow and probably off Sunday. I will be back on Monday to play Brotato. And I will see you guys then. Have a good night.